Now this is the first time I've made a video about comments. So, fanboyism. Now that type of thing is spotted wherever you look. Whether it be video games, movies, books, or politics. At least when it comes to the president. But it looks like we might deal with some Nintendo haters. Look, I'm gonna be completely honest here. In my opinion, the console wars suck. There's like no peace with each other at all. We'll just keep fighting about which console is going to be better over and over and over again. It's not getting us anywhere. But whatever, I don't want to waste too much time. Let's just get into the comments. So the first comment comes out with the saying, "Not really, the game doesn't overtake many PlayStation exclusives. And I'm pretty sure I'm not manipulated by Sony when I own every Nintendo console and tons of their games. I also play PC, but I don't use it that much." So for those of you who don't know what he's talking about Breath of the Wild. But the whole manipulation thing, really? Like, since when does Nintendo care if you own a Microsoft or a Sony console? In fact, I think Sony cares more since they're not allowing cross-platform on their console. Yeah, didn't think I would drop that bomb, did ya? So someone made a comment later on questioning if he played the game or not, and he says, "Oh no, this... I have, and it wasn't the total garbage, but just the same old crap like yourself. I'm pretty sure I'm not the kid here, by the way." Oh, are you just gonna pull the whole... The Nintendo games are the same thing over and over again? No, they are not just the same thing. There's a huge difference between all of their games created. For example, characters, stories, plots, gameplay, controls, and worlds. The only thing that stays the same is the whole saving the princess process. Nothing else. Now, I don't know how this whole comic session went later on. It's been about years since I've seen the comments. But later on, he says this. "Literally just compare any good PlayStation exclusive to a good Nintendo exclusive, and you'll see what I mean. That is, if you aren't just a man-child that's still being manipulated by Nintendo." I've already debunked the whole manipulation thing. Quit repeating yourself. See, that kind of act is the entire reason why we call you a man-child in the first place. Then later on, someone just questioned whether he has a Switch or not, and he replies with this. "I have a Switch, a Wii U, a Wii, a Super Nintendo, a Nintendo DS and 3DS, a Game Boy, and a GameCube. I'm pretty sure I played about enough Nintendo games and consoles to know what I'm talking about. Nintendo games have always been the same metacore bullcrap that man-child still keep on being manipulated about. The Nintendo Switch so far has games that have mad gameplay, though I am actually proud of how they changed the Mario mechanics with Odyssey. That's about the only game that impressed me with how good it felt in my hand. While the rest can go into the same pile of garbage Nintendo keeps on serving you manipulated man-childs." So yeah, it's pretty obvious at this point he is just repeating himself. Dude, I don't think you even understand how the same thing argument actually works. Heck, that argument can even work even more better with shooter games. Which, by the way, isn't just on the Xbox or PC. It's also on the PS4. The only game series on Nintendo that is just about the same thing is the Super Mario Bros. Series. That's about it. The 2D Super Mario Bros. Series. Then later on, someone replies with a comment saying, "But the problem here is that you act like Nintendo has to innovate for almost every game they make. Why not put the same standard for Microsoft or Sony, for example? Or every other AAA developer? Well, maybe you do and you actually just play 1% of the games today. My bad if that's the case. The only thing that lacks on the Switch now is variety of games from AAA developers. We'll see if they finally join the series and how much the Switch is selling. So that comment alone should be pretty much enough evidence to you that whenever Nintendo makes a mistake, we'll point it out. But then later on you just say, oh my gosh, this... That's the point. You guys treat Nintendo as if it's a god company when it comes to gaming, when it really is not. And what I'm trying to say here is for you to compare what Nintendo and Sony have really done, and then maybe like that you'll see how much better Sony has won E3 this year. In the end, it won't matter though, because again, E3 really isn't anything special. Now, he does have a point saying that the E3 is nothing special. Really, it's just about video games. But really? When have we Nintendo players ever come out and say that? We have never ever in our life treated Nintendo as a god company. Sure, you could probably find some comments, but that's all just for laughs. Nothing else, really. Seriously, where's your proof on that? Oh yeah, you probably don't have any proof. You can keep saying that Sony is a better company and all, but at least give Nintendo some credit, because if it wasn't for the NES and the Super Mario series, the gaming industry would have crashed back in the 1900s. That's really all I've got to say about these comments for today. Really, the fandom of anything is getting really ridiculous these days. I hope someone would come up to these people and show them the light and tell them that it's not what they think it is. Well, anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you all another time.